Yo. Oh. What up, people? Hey. All right. So. Oh, how are you all doing? Because I know I am still... I don't know what it was about last night, but man, I just immediately, like around like 10 o'clock, I just got a different kind of exhausted. Let me see here. So there's been a couple big changes. I'm catching up with what's happened in the editing channel over on Discord. Still missing from the stat. That's super weird. Don't know why. Oh, Tin Can. Thank you so much for the $10, dude. It was Vagabond update. Speaking of which, what's going on the grind? Hey. Oh, thank you so much, man. Yeah, so there's been a shakeup going on. And I'll kind of talk about why that is and kind of what phase we're in and the current phase of the game. I say current phase, what phase we're in the current phase of the game. Dude, I should not be a streamer. Okay. So, right now, it's kind of a bit of a reduction and polishing phase. So, a lot of the game so far has been throwing a lot of stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And the stuff that does...
Hi, Taron. Just wanted to show a little love for the newest Vagabond update. Speaking of which, what's next on the grind?
So, there was a sweeping change that was made across all the different classes. All of the casters did get a buff in a way. Oh, hey, what up, Onyx? And Krieg, hey, what's going on? So originally casters were not getting an 8th level feature, and my thought process on this was that they were all getting their spell casting at first and their subclass, because the subclass explains how you get your magic, right? And then they were getting a head start, so that means they needed a delayed end. But what this led to was like some overcrowding going on, where they still needed another class feature at some area, either at 7th or at 9th. And in some cases, it was just like, why? I guess, like, if this is going to be, like, the only way to, if this is going to be the only way to really keep this, like, in check, why is this even here? So, because after a lot of play, it turns out the martial caster disparity in Vagabond is kind of in the opposite direction, right? So what's happening right now is that martials are way stronger. Well, I say way stronger. They're noticeably stronger. Hang on one sec. Oh, man. Now we're getting into allergy season. So because of this, the casters are all getting a little bit of love here. They're all getting the former 9th level origin or subclass features bumped up to their 8th. And that's getting implemented system-wide. So now basically the way that the scaffolding works for every single class is if you're a caster, and I mean a full caster, there's no mixing going on with like martial or anything like that. You're getting your subclass at first and your spellcasting feature. Going up to 5th, you're getting your other subclass feature. This 5th level feature for a lot of the casters is meant to feel like a pretty good power spike, but it's supposed to be really like in theme with the subclass theme, right? With the 8th level, you're also getting your other origin feature. This is your big capstone. With the classes themselves, they're getting the core kicking online at first. They're getting something to kind of characterize what it is for their casting here at 2nd. Everyone's getting the milestone at 3rd, except for casters. Casters are getting the milestone, but some of the experts are getting a additional feature that emphasizes something that they're meant to be doing with tests, right? So they're usually starting out with an automatic success on tests here at 3rd level and their milestone, right? Change the 9 to 8. Yeah. I didn't catch all of the changes on the subclass structure. So that's part of what we're doing right now immediately. Where was this? Because it was like, someone even pointed at the Vanguard. Some of the Vanguard subclasses were kicking online at 9th, and that is super not correct. I don't know how far back that was delayed. Which is good. 8th, 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 and 8th. This is here at 8th, correct? Yep, that says 8th. Vanguard, 9th. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how that happened. Because all the other ones are correct. Yeah, I don't know if I just copy-pasted from something else, and I don't know. Okay, 8th right there. I thought I did a good job on checking on this, but apparently I didn't. Is there still a difference between checks and tests? Yes. Tests are the ones where you're rolling multiple checks, and then checks are just like the single check. The Vanguard and Troubadour are looking super spicy this update? Yes. Bonker spells and the fun balance on spells again. It's so much of a fun function. Yeah. Right now, the spells are meant to be low. I say low. They are meant to be customizable, and it's your creativity that it makes them strong. I would rather your brain do the checking for you rather than the spell, right? Or the thinking for you. I would rather you think of the creative use of the spell rather than the spell just saying, here's the answer to the problem that's currently presented in front of you. So that's where we're leaning in on with, yeah. Am I planning on any more live plays of Vagabond stuff? Yeah, I'll be doing more demos and stuff like that. I wanted to get another adventure written for the system and actually run a, like, never before seen adventure for it. I've run Temple of 1,000 Swords about, like, feels like, like 8, maybe 7 or 8 times now. So I have an idea for another adventure, and that's something that I was going to get in on this stream a little bit. But the other thing is that this core rulebook right now is sitting at nearly 300 pages. So this has kind of further pushed me to the idea. Aha, 8th levels. Thank you. This has kind of further pushed me to the idea that there needs to be 2 separate books. One's going to be the bestiary and probably some quests and stuff. Maybe even the emergent, like, hex crawl system. I would like to keep that in here if possible, because I still want solo play to still be a thing. And I would rather give you that tool here in the core rulebook, right? Or the player's handbook. Temple of 1,000 Swords and Vagabond was your favorite TTRPG experience for quite a while? Oh, shucks, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, it's 300 pages, right? Well, it's like 277 or something. So yeah, we'll be getting in on that at some point. But okay, so that is the 8th being incorporated instead of 9th. Please make up your mind. Standard wages or decent wages. You consume standard wages. There's no wages anymore. Only decent wages. Oh yeah, the work task is like. I don't know if I even like this. This feels like another subsystem getting implemented where it just doesn't need to be. Okay, let me look at this. So, if you're able to find work, you can do so as a shift task. When you do, choose a skill that applies to the type of work performed. After completing the shift task, you can, you can reasonably assume you'll be paid base pay times the skills associated stat for your work. Your earnings may be influenced by roleplay, but you can assume decent wages unless indicated otherwise. You can make a check with the skill after performing the work. If you pass, you earn decent wages. If you fail, you earn lousy wages. Okay. Alright. So that's addressed. Just that one. Shadow and Wraith are still missing from the bestiary index. That could be because they're not getting the proper paragraph style applied to them. The Wraith and the, what was the other one? The Wraith and the Shadow. They're not getting the stat block header. That's what happened there. Fixed. With the newest version, the full caster's not getting the third. Okay, the cleric feature rights that you would get at 9th. Yes, corrected that. Berserker's Fury Barbarian should be granted at level 8, and it is showing 9th. I don't know how that happened. How? Oh, because that's a copy paste from the other one. Yeah, I'll talk about that too here in a second. Yes, thank you. Should be granted at 8th instead of 9th with the rogue. Rogue. Don't know where that came from. Okay. Got that one, thank you. Same for the Martyr, Vanguard, and the Vexeter as well. I think I just got those, right? Pretty sure I hit that. 8th, yep, that's fixed. Check. Wrathchild. You or its allies. Thank you. God damn, having the community doing these typo checks and everything for me is just a godsend. Oh my god, you guys are awesome. For some reason, hearing there are no decent wages is so funny considering the economy. Yeah. You would also suggest making a... Oh, hey, what up, Maxwell? Yeah, 2 books, 2 covers. Yeah, the ideal thing would be to, like... I would love to do a box for the release. And, like, actually have, you know, a slip cover and everything. Because, oh, I guess I could say something about this now. Nothing is solidified in stone. I have not received any, like, samples or anything just yet, but I am currently in talks with a dice manufacturer for custom dice for Vagabond. So they won't be a crazy expensive set. I'm trying to keep the price down, and they're going to be slick because I have gotten a set from this manufacturer and really love what they were putting out. I shouldn't really show it just in case stuff doesn't really work out. But, yeah, so I've already sent them basically like the specs I would want for these dice. We've already been in talks about it. It would be a custom set. There would be no D percentile dice. It would just be D4, 2D6, D8, D10, D12, and then 2 D20s. And they would be something that looks very different from a standard set of dice. I say very different. They're still usable as D20, you know, whatever, standard sets. But yeah. Excuse me. Regarding the physical Kickstarter coming eventually, does anyone know if Kickstarter takes PayPal by now? That is a good question, because I could tell you yes, but I think it only works for me because of a specific thing. I have a business PayPal account that sent me a debit card, and because of that, it just processes Kickstarter stuff through my debit card. So it may be just taking that as a, like, that is the bank I'm using, right? So I can't guarantee. Onyx is saying yes. I don't know 100%, so you might look into that, but it's processed it for me, so you might check that out. And your PayPal account, by the way, I believe it should give you like account and routing numbers. So if you needed to give that to Kickstarter, that might be the way to go. And one of the things about that is if it's tied into your like routing number and bank account, quote unquote, through PayPal, it won't pull out of any bank accounts that you have tied to that PayPal. This is a weird thing I had to learn about, like the business transactions with the like debit card. Whenever I'm making a transaction through my debit card with PayPal, it won't pull any like overdraft funds from a tied bank account. But whenever you actually process it through PayPal, it will, right? Like their online storefront. So yeah, you might check that out. Yeah, the box set for Dragon Painted is such a good value. Yeah, I would love to do the punch out like cardboard standees. I only want to do that if the like bestiary Kickstarter goes wild, because that's going to be a lot of work for Maxwell. The bestiary Kickstarter, I think, in order to get like all original artwork and everything, I think is going to be looking like a pretty hefty Kickstarter. But yeah, so that's a pie in the sky dream eventually. Now, so we did the corrections to the classes. I'll kind of talk about the thought process behind some of the changes that were going on. So right now with Troubadour, since this is the one that somebody mentioned. Okay. So, with the Troubadour, this is one that has gotten quite a lot of playtest, specifically with the Scald. Thanks to Panic Pike for testing this one out like crazy. Now with the Troubadour, after all the back and forth kind of going on around this one, they're getting a feature that ties them in a bit in thematics to Dancer here with Prelude. Dancer is getting the break a leg feature. This one's getting Prelude. You have favor on the first check you make during combat. Further, if you make a performance check to perform music as a part of a shift task, the check is favored. This directly synergizes right in here with Inspiring Anthem, because now this is actually requiring a performance check. If you pass, your allies that can hear you gain your inspiration, a d4, bonus to a damage roll or will check they make before the start of your next turn. This die increases by one size when they reach 4th level, 7th level, and 10th level. The important thing to notice here is that this entire feature here will feel like Bardic Inspiration from 5e, but this goes infinite. So this is not a thing that you have to track anymore. They're getting the Inspiration die right in here. That is the d4 bonus to the damage roll or a will check, right? So these are specific things, not whatever check, right? Am I going to write a whole bestiary? Will I have other creators help you on it, like Dungeon Dad or AJ Pickett? How big of a bestiary are you expecting? Because there's over 170 monsters in here right now. Like, this is already a fat bestiary. It's quite a tome at the moment. The problem with an expansion on the bestiary is that anytime there's a change right now to like how combat is done, or if there's a change in like the calculation or the damage structure or whatever, it affects every single stat block. So then I have to go through and double check all those, and yeah. But right now, it is a fat tome of a bestiary. I've been kind of wondering where people feel like, yes, this is solid, right? They make one beast each Kickstarter. Yeah. Add a rabbit stat block or else. Yeah. Where do we go? Rabbit? You mean you're not happy with the rat stat block? You couldn't just repurpose the rat stat block? What's wrong? This needs to be like a 6. They need to be probably one of the fastest, so let's give them... Let's just make it something odd. They're slightly faster than everybody else. I don't think they can see well at night. Or at all? Am I wrong in this? Am I thinking that, like, rabbits have pretty bad eyesight? Look at Wayward Turtle Chase is basically Wabbit. You're no rat. How many hours would you estimate here have just been fixing stat blocks for minor rule changes? I mean, over 100. They have incredible vision? But carrots, I thought I heard somewhere that was just a myth. They're very farsighted, though. Morale 1. I mean, if anything scares a rabbit, they're running. Does they have sideways eyes? Okay, awareness 2. There we go. Bite. Let's see here. We can get rid of disease carrier. Nimble. Attacks that target it can't be made with favor if its speed isn't reduced. They want to be running. World War II, if you recall, it's about the pilots having good eyesight. Huh. Yeah, it just auto-fails morale rolls. Yeah. If it what is it? Wait, hang on. Because I think it needs to say in there no speed. Disengage. Spend 10 feet of speed to move without being intercepted. Right. Wait. Without... Sure. There we go. Carrots being good for ice. Sure. I mean, I don't know when this was. I think there was like a little bit of a viral post that was going around a couple years ago, which, like, hey, the internet's not great at really getting you complete information on that, and it's terrific at spreading misinformation. But I feel like I heard this somewhere. Like, that whole thing about carrots being good for eyesight is actually a myth. Beautiful, you approve? All right. Okay. Did we just... Yep, we did. This is another thing. Whenever we start adding stuff to the game, because this is an InDesign document, I need to just get rid of this art for now until we're ready to start adding in stuff again. Because that one keeps getting in the way, and it's a pain in the ass to keep track of. That needs to be with a T-Rex. I could anchor it, but then that causes weird issues with, like, text anchoring and stuff. It's a whole thing. A frail little guy, yeah. This is really overblown as far as, you know, huh. Well, the things you learn. Okay, so one of the other fun things. One of the other things I need to be doing is eventually we need to start populating the, hang on, this should be updated because now this should include the Wraith and Shadow. There we go. I haven't heard a whole lot of people talk about that Wraith stat block. That thing is fucking scary. Get rid of these. Ish. Trying to learn publisher has been a bitch. Affinity. Yeah, there's a learning curve to it. I know Wally is talking about switching over to Affinity. Honestly, after I get done publishing this, I might. The one-time purchase, and after seeing that I spent something like, I don't know, around $1,000 on Adobe last year, it hurts. It really does hurt. Plus, I've been seeing a lot of the integration that they have built around Affinity, and I think that they're just about caught up with Adobe. Why is Pseudo Dragon capitalized there? That should fix that. It's a product? What, Affinity? Yeah, if you use their trial, they also give you a discount. Yeah. Yeah, I've been hearing about a lot of people switching over to Affinity as of late. It is cheaper. It's easier on your wallet, that's for sure. For the amount of money that I spend on Adobe products, I mean, it's like we're talking about basically a grocery trip every 2 months. So like, yeah. Plus their fucking stock images are just flooded with AI art, and it's like, without even getting into the ethics and everything of AI art, it just looks like dog shit. It looks terrible. Like, you know, I don't even have to say anything about the ethics of it. It's just straight up, it looks like dog shit, and doesn't fit into the aesthetic I'm trying to build over here. Few things are missing from it, but the missing things aren't life and death for any work I do. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to go up and talk about some of the changes that have happened to the different classes. Yeah, so we were talking about Troubadour earlier. This pass and the passes moving forward, you're going to start seeing me cutting shit back. I'm looking for stuff that does or does not produce a good play feel, and what does or does not feel like it has to be core to a class loadout, and moving that out of it. If I like the flavor of it, and it makes sense as a feature, I'm going to see if I can't possibly use it elsewhere in the game. This was the case with Alchemist and Truffle Hog. Where were we at? Yes. Truffle Hog. This is one that the Alchemist got. If you pass a test of Forage for materials, the value of... Ooh, I'm glad I zoomed up on that. If you pass a test to forage for materials, the value of the materials you find is always at least 5 silver times your level, right? When people say dog shit, it always makes you laugh. It's such a good cuss word. Yeah, it's like what was it? Seth Green was saying his favorite curse word his favorite curse word was horseshit, because Tom Hanks reminded him of how good a delivered horseshit was. So this feature right here is like, this was one that I wanted to give the Alchemist in order to make it easier for them to get the materials they would need for, their alchemical items and stuff. But in practice, and the overall perception of it was that this just felt pretty meh. Like, it wasn't a great, like, oh yeah, this is necessary to get the idea across. And it also seems to evoke a very particular kind of alchemist that wasn't really the intended thing for everybody. So I pulled it out of the core class and repurposed it as a perk. So over here with Truffle Hog, now if anybody wants to go get this like a druid or ranger or whoever, it's there for them. The other thing on this, some Vanguards may not be happy about this. But Vanguard... Anybody that was in a playtest with a Vanguard, or that did play the Vanguard, knows this class needed a nerf. The whole thing with the Vanguard, I love this class. It's one of my big, I would say that for the TTRPG scene, if I was to ever say what was one thing I did that I'm incredibly happy with, introducing this class archetype into like 5e was the one thing I was like, y'all were saying that tanks couldn't work in that system for fucking years, and here you go. Yeah, Vanguards were insane in playtests. I loved that this archetype works. However, this thing was a fucking bulldozer in every single playtest. The fact of it was able to make attacks with the shield and the attack damage on the shield, you know, so they were still doing the same damage output as, like, not really a fighter, but like a fighter without any abilities, right? So they were still doing like weapon damage as per usual, but like there wasn't really a trade-off here. They needed to be very high protection, but that high protection and high control that comes with their whole entire package doesn't also need to come with absolutely crazy damage, right? A couple things I haven't heard some major reactions to, but one of the things that got changed in here was a lot of this was simplified. They lost the Protector perk in Guard. Protector on top of Guard on top of Armored Titan was way too much. At second level, they had this feature as well, Rampant Charge. After you move at least 10 feet in a straight line, you can use the rest of your speed to charge for the rest of the move, up to the speed used. This was not, I don't believe this was in the original portion of it. This other part of it is also a nerf. If you shove a being during this charge, you can push it ahead of you. Notice that this does not say you can shove a being as a part of the charge, no action required. So now, this is intentionally saying you need to use the attack action to shove something, right? So now it's not as much of an action economy hog anymore. Any beings you push this way are knocked prone when the charge ends. Okay, so they still have their CC, but this is also a bit of a rules reduction here, because it's saying right here, rather than pushing it ahead of you, it's all in here, right? So beings you push this way are knocked prone when the charge ends. The charge ends early if you push a being into an occupied space, not a structure or another being, right? But this kind of encapsulates all that, right? Doing so deals your weapons damage to the push being and whatever occupied the space. So, there's another aspect of this that is, so you can still hit multiple enemies with it. You could hit them with it, you can't push them ahead of you anymore. That is a part of their 5th level feature. Further, if you use Rampant Charge and push a being into another being, you can make another shove attempt to push the additional being ahead of you as well. This had to be here. Any game that had a Vanguard will attest to this needing to be locked in at 5th level. It was way too good. Absolutely way too good. It was a hilarious moment when it happened, but that hilarious moment is actually stealing a bit of the show, the spotlight from some other people. What I like is the way that Logomancy has been playing the Vanguard right now, and that is they have a party rogue, and he's prioritizing whenever the rogue can see an enemy, push him down and give that rogue advantage on the thing, right? Yeah, the crowd control was absolutely insane. Yeah. So this right here is a natural progression for him. Whereas everybody else that's a marshal is getting harrying, they are getting ever ready here. So this right in here is a natural progression of like an extra attack level kind of spike at 5th level for him. You know. Can you use a weapon other than shield with Rampant Charge now? You can. If you'll notice, I have removed anything in here that talks about using specifically a shield, because there's a piece of artwork in here where this Vanguard is not wielding a shield. And some people that want to play the Juggernaut Vanguard of, I'm going to go around and shove shit around with my bare fists, you can do that. Now, the other thing to remember, though, is that the only weapons that you can attempt those checks with are shields and fist weapons, right? Brawling weapons. So because of that, you can't shove with a sword, you can't shove with a hammer or anything like that. This right in here is saying that If you want to go with a pure bare knuckle brawler fucking Vanguard build, you can. It's not really impeding on the pugilist either, because the pugilist is mostly focused on grapples and punching shit hard. If you pick up a trident or lance, you could start skewering bitches. Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. This class is intended to work as a high control option. Run out of the party's battery-powered resources device with your own energy. Run all of your party's battery-powered devices with your own energy. Maybe? I don't... What? Yeah, but the Juggernaut build is at least playable. Yes, you can at least do it now. So this opened up more options, removed some restrictions where they didn't need to be there. I am thinking actually this doesn't even need to be in here either, because you can shove the attacker. What we can do here is delete that. If you successfully parry, you can shove the attacker as a part of the parry if you only have brawling weapons, brawling or shield weapons equipped. So we open that up, right? You're so glad you got that art piece commission that I use no shields. Yeah. Now, the other aspect of that got shaken up was that Everready had the two-handed grip thing moved over in the Towering Colossus. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense that the two-handed grip thing for shields was getting split apart from the you can benefit from two shields at the same time. It was done like this because I think I wanted it to originally like have part of that fiction fulfilled up in here. It just doesn't really click. But right in here now, if you want to like fight with two barn doors, you can. Yeah, and benefit from it. What about a dual wielder like that Overwatch character? A dual wielder like... I'm not sure what Overwatch character. I haven't played Overwatch in like 5 years. Oh, shucks. Well, hey, welcome, Odin's Eye Patch. And thank you. The new one? Hang on, what are they doing? Reinhardt only has a great shield. Can anyone tell me the name of this character that they're talking about? The shield machine guns? Yeah, Reinhardt only has a hammer and a shield. Maga doesn't have shields. Oh, okay. They named him Maga? M-A-U-G-A. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Reinhardt. Yeah, Reinhardt has a hammer. And then you could argue that whenever he does that charge, he doesn't actually have a shield out either. He's just sort of like rushing in and yeah. Overwatch, what did you come into? Yeah, what's going on, Josh? Yeah, we were just talking about this new hero from Overwatch that apparently fits, or they thought fit the Vanguard mold. Okay. So, what else is going on? Okay, so I will be making some pre-gens for some other characters. Insofar as where we currently are with playtesting. I am thinking about saying that in the future playtests, I in casting wise, I really need to hear what's happening with Wizard. I haven't heard a whole lot about what's going on here. Actually, another thing. I've considered empowered cast. This is always going to be a bit hard to really track and balance. Who did the art? Maxwell Polikoff. Should be here in chat. It was earlier, but rather than the D6 extra damage with spells, your spells use D6s for damage. D8s. This is not a huge heavy lifting. It's an extra 1 point of damage per die used. And it's a graceful way to handle that, on average. Dealing an extra D6 damage with spells is another thing that you're having to track kind of everywhere. Whereas this right here, doing a D8 of damage instead of a D6 is... That's very insane. I don't think it's super insane. It is a spike. So I've thought about this because freebie extra D6 is insanely good. If you have the bully perk and you're a juggernaut, you can use your features with grappling beings and you find that beautiful. Yep. Bingo bango. You like that a lot more than another die? I think I do too. So wizards can outdamage sorcerer on average? No, they would both be getting this form of empowered cast. Because I think that this is easier to track instead of adding an additional die in there. So I'm going to see what this would do. Your spells use a D8 damage die rather than a D6. Right? Yeah, incentives using more mana on boosting. Yep. It's less of a flat plus 3.5 and more of if you start using like 4, 5, 6 mana, this starts to be very good. This pushes you towards spending more. What if you have to use an extra mana to do that? I don't want to do that. I would just rather it be flat. Is it going to apply to all full casters? Not all of them. It would apply to the blasters. Okay, maybe on Sorcerer, that's maybe too insane. I don't know that I really think so. The loss here would be that it's a lot easier to get a hold of a lot of D6s than it is to get a hold of a lot of D8s. You could just roll the same one over and over and over again, but yeah. Sorcerer already does huge damage. It does very nice high damage. Sorcerer is also basically destroying itself to do that. Whoever said that is a blasphemer. Does that screw with Evocation Wizard much? Don't tell me I already wrote that. It actually makes this worse. This doesn't trigger much, but I don't think that they're going to be complaining. It makes this better. Ooh. Because they're going to be getting that. I mean, you could do that, and it makes Symphony of Destruction a little bit less predictable. You could say 1 or 2. You could. Yeah, I was worried about 1 or 2 whenever it was a D6. But this is a 25% chance of exploding. Did I do that math right? 1 to 2 is a quarter of 8. Yeah, so 25%, right? As someone has to literally drain themselves alive to do more damage, y'all are talking at your necks. Yeah, it does increase the floor. Wizard is also getting Manifold Mind. That is very good. I think that this is quite good. They don't already explode on an 8. No. So... But it was 33%. I don't really know that we care to keep it even. If anything, they could probably use a little bit of stuff like that, right? Giving it reeled back. The real weight of using D8s over D6s will be the expected amount of dice they would be rolling. How much damage is a higher level wizard likely to do? So on average, if they go with a D8 damage die here, it's going to be doing, I mean, if they're just popping off, you know, the 0 mana stuff, this is just going to be like 4.5 on average. If they're using the D6s, they do the 3.5 on average, but it was adding an additional D6, so it would be 7 on average. So this is a nerf, except that this scales better with more mana use. The tricky thing here, like, this is cleaner, right? The tricky thing here is that this doesn't get way better than a flat D6 unless you spend like an additional, what is it, like 3 or 4 mana. And then once you do, this thing is objectively better. So I kind of like that. Or you go this route. Now, boy, this makes Wizard on the lower end very good, and Sorcerer has got the mana to pump into that. You wouldn't do that with a game that has multiclassing? I mean, multiclassing is not presented as the default at any point. It's like, if you wanted to do that, sure. But the thing I'm always going to tell people is, like, I never personally agreed with the philosophy of multiclassing, but the reason why I included it as an optional rule is because I know that no matter what I would say or do, people are going to fucking do it anyways. So I'm like, I'm going to tell, like, the lore masters, like, hey, I don't recommend this. This is not the kind of thing that I designed the game around to do. So, like, there's plenty of options in here that are going to touch on the thematic, you know, conception of multiclassing, and through the different perks, they should be able to kind of get what they want anyways. And this kind of would further prove that the only reason this person was doing this is to get the power out of it. So they both get the D8? No. Oh, wait. Oh, at this point you would make a standard for both so that they both get the D8. I don't know yet. I don't know. I was trying to correct what I thought was a correction. I didn't see the message up above that. So it's more. It's good. It's an extra D6 instead of an additional die. God, I kind of think it's cool that Sorcerer has a D8. I don't know what it is. What you may want to do is allow it to go forward in this manner to see how it works out in playtests. I would like to kind of figure out the feel here. Because what I currently like right now, and I'm just kind of thinking this out, so Wizard, and this has been my, like, Catan analogy here. Wizard builds wide, Sorcerer builds tall. Wizard is the, like, I have a huge variety of spells, but the upper threshold of damage is focused on, like, what the Sorcerer is doing. The Sorcerer is focused on heavy damage, blow all my mana, go really, really quick. I am a match, right? I am a tall Sorcerer. I am building in on this one single focused blast. Sorcerer is more powerful, more potent spellcasting, whereas a Wizard is more controlled and consistent. That's kind of what I think. And I like that thematic in it. I like that there's something different happening in here. You got here and saw the thumbnail. Holy shit, I love that art. Yeah, Maxwell Polikoff. So it's interesting that we act like multiclassing is an optional rule in 5e, but we act like it isn't. I know, right? I know, right? I want to try this and split this out. Because what's Sorcerer getting instead? Nothing at their 5th level. That's right, we pulled that out. We've been pulling 5th levels away from the spellcasters for this reason. Oh, God. I don't know. What's Wizard getting at 4th? Manifold Mind. That's right. It is really odd that they're getting the empowered cast in here. What would we possibly get rid of, though? This is not exciting. I don't know that anybody has looked at this and been like, that's the thing that drives me to do this. That's the thing that makes me want to play Wizard. It's never mind over matter. I don't even know that Page Master is all that interesting for Wizards, but I like so much of the flavor in this. I like when you make an Arcana test. When you make a lore test, isn't really doing much in play. What if sorcerers get something wacky, like if two of your damage die have the same result, one of them explodes? It would be a different way to do. But then what happens if you have 3 of them that have the same result? Or 4? So then like, oh, okay, so it's only in pairs? You think the lore test isn't coming up because we haven't had any large-scale mysteries or lore come in handy? Yeah, which, like, I think with a game that has emergent worlds happening, or, like, solo play, that lore test isn't really going to be... Yeah. However, for Arcana tests, Wizard is the dungeoneer of, like, magical traps and shit. That's awesome. I love that idea. This is a flavor pick. Create either a spell scroll or add a spell to a spell book. Create or add the item. This isn't doing anything. That's something that can already be handled by the craft stuff. 3rd level. When you make an Arcana test, you begin the test with 1 pass check. Is nice. It is clean. Astute Arcana, you can change one of your spells known as a scene task if you aren't fatigued. You must have a spellbook or spell scroll that contains a new spell. Afterwards, you can't use this feature until you benefit from a rest. This was written at a period where I thought that we were going to do forgetting spells. This is not that good either. Is fighter still single line? Yeah, it's only 1 column. Yeah. Were there any changes to classes? Oh, yeah, there are. Yeah, it doesn't really check out in practical play. It's a fun idea, but like you could say, like for every pair of dice you use in a damage roll, one of those dice explodes. But like that feels like weird to navigate. This is too big of a power spike to be giving Wizard at 2nd level. It's weird because this feels like it's just fine for Sorcerer at 2nd level. But this is too reliable. Neither of them needs to have a 5th level feature kick in. I like that we've been keeping that through line going on. Neither of these full casters needs a 5th level. And this is just simply not a good feature. You say one or more of your damage dice if they share the same result, roll an additional die. Might not work, but it's an idea. Yeah, but then like whenever you get into like 3s, right? Oh, well then each of these dice rolled the same result as 2 of these other dice. So, like, does that mean, so thinking about, like, how this logic is negotiated for it, it's adding an additional die of damage that now has a different interaction whenever we do, like, multiples of that dice. It feels like it would be an exponential problem. I'm all here for ideas and stuff. Yeah, it's all good, but yeah, whenever I'm just like, oh, okay, well, it doesn't seem that practical. I hope you guys don't take it personally or anything like that. It's never really that. It's just me thinking through these problems. Okay. So this doesn't need to be a 5th level. So we can go on ahead and just get rid of this because it's bland, but these mechanics are fun. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Mind over matter might be up on the chopping block. I don't know what else we would put in here, but it would have to be something different. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's all that incredibly fantastic. As long as one die matches another die, you may explode one die. I like the idea of Sorcerer escalating like this. Where they're rewarded for spending more mana. Because they get to a point where, okay, here's the thought here. I guess I'll write this down. Because of the way that this math seems to work out, if I'm getting this right. Oh, space, there we go. Sorcerer has a ceiling that Wizard will never be able to touch. Wizard has a floor wider than Sorcerer can access. Right? Like, this is what I like about the difference here. Sorcerer is a tall spellcaster. Wizard is a wide spellcaster. But that doesn't mean that Wizard has to get this. So another way to express wide, other than more reliable flat damage on the floor. Yeah, Sorcerer laughs maniacally, Wizard chuckles astutely, yes. Where's Trek in his spreadsheets when you need them? Yeah, right. What is it, like 3 o'clock in the morning over there in France? What if I had 3 or 4 matchers? But I get, yeah. So, like, I like the idea that Sorcerer gets this, like, escalated threshold of, like, ooh, oh, spells use a d8 damage die. Ooh, wait, what? Now, Wizard doesn't necessarily have to get this. We can emphasize the variety like that is very good. This emphasizes the variety. Yeah, emphasize variety or encourage it. Yeah. 0 cost for the first augmentation of a spell. That's still a mana discount? And that feels more Sorcerer than Wizard. Like, The other difference in here would be, I guess mana discount doesn't specifically mean sorcerer. It's so funny how much power this has right here. Like, oof. Isn't that already a change to spellcasting for wizards according to the patch notes? Which one? Wait, once per shift you can change one of your spells known? It's a shift task, so this is 6 hours. And the other part of it is that it's studying as well. So because you're doing the study, it also gets you the D6 die. So it's a very nice boost. Burst versus efficiency. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, to those of you that have played casters, you already know that this one is very, very, very fucking good. What breaks this? Or rather, if I say what breaks it, what disparity does this cause? Do we have certain deliveries that this does not gel with? One mana discount. You're casting cube for free, but that's, I mean, you're making a 10-foot cube now for 1 mana. That's kind of big. I think this always needed to be a +2 per additional 5-foot cube. You're casting line for 1 mana. You're casting glyph for 1 mana. You're doing sphere for 1 mana. I mean, is this a thing that makes Wizard really good? And the cost has to be a 0 or a plus number? Wait, add. That the cost has to be a 0 or a plus number? Oh, a discount, at least like the English term for discount means that it can't ever be reduced below 0. Like, you can't make money off of a discount. I mean, it might be worth spelling out a bit more, but, like, yeah. Oh my god, I need coffee creamer. Oh, I tried just using milk and sugar and it's just not. I'm sorry, I need ice cream with my coffee. Ooh. Minimum 1. Maybe that needs to be in there. And I'm getting coffee creamer, and we need water here as well. Where's the water? Nope, I don't just want 1 bottle. There we go. All right, chat, what else am I getting? We got coffee creamer, we got water. Just get eggs so that I can justify buying all these. Sure. We needed cereal for a while. Okay. And that'll give me a time to take a break. Not right now, but whenever that gets here. The dogs will definitely let me know. There we go. A bear trap? Hey, what up, Rolls and Rollings? Disorder? Oh. Remote on 2 targets for free? Oh, that's why we would need a minimum, huh? Could a wizard always sense magic? Is that a thing in Vagabond? Okay. Oof. How do I am not a huge fan of features like that get kind of tacked onto character options, because what it does is it makes your player become a dowser, and that dowser playstyle doesn't really feel like it has good play feel, just in my opinion. You can't put a threshold, like if it's too expensive, you can't benefit from this feature. Oh no, I wouldn't want to do something that arbitrary. Let's just make it click, right? I don't mind the remote on 2 targets for free, because that does feel like that emphasizes wide, right? That should be in there. Target inside a missile launched at a target. I was still trying to think of a way to distinguish remote and bolt more than just a specific cinematic. Like, the specific cinematic is fine, but it's like an ambient target. Yeah. Yeah, them having easier AoE instead of high burst damage could help differentiate them. I kind of like that. Is it clear that's how it works, or is it just a noodly system mastery thing, do you think? Hang on, let me scroll back in chat to see what that was directly talking about. Yeah, if one could innately feel magic, it would definitely be the Sorcerer. Yeah, I can see that. Is it clear that's how it works, or is it a noodly system mastery thing, do you think? Did you what was that talking about, rules and rulings? Could Wizard have special cast deliveries to choose from, like the Cleric Auspices? I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't want to go that modular. I want something to just hit that feels like, yes, good. The 2 targets for free thing. I mean, I would hope that it's just kind of like spelled. It kind of clicks. Can you increase imbue? The subsequent increases on it. I would hope would just be... like, I'm going to imbue everyone's swords with fire. Imbue is so good. Imbue is just so terrifying. Like, one of the really cool things that I liked was, so in the playtests that were happening a couple days ago, so one of the cinematics that the players were thinking of was Logomancy's playing a Vanguard, and Sarah's playing a Magus. And the idea that they had was to imbue the shield that he was wielding in order to make a fireball explode out the other side. And I was like, I like what you want to do with that. Unfortunately, imbue is not the right delivery for that. It's actually glyph. But I love that you can still do that. Glyph would allow you to, like, I'm going to cast this on a... I'm going to cast this glyph on my spellbook. I'm going to throw my spellbook and it's going to be a grenade. Like, that's what, like, wizards can do in this game. You know, yeah, I love that. What's the general theme difference between Vexeter and Challenger, by the way? Not a lot. That's intentional. They're both meant to hit the same sort of character archetype. And personally, for me, there doesn't need to be that much of a huge difference because the core classes play so different. One guy's got a sword, another's got a shield. Let me see here. Yeah, let me do this. People are going to want to try to cast a glyph onto somebody, and I think that that's funny. Oh wait, Insight already is covered by target. The caster's maximum mana is reduced by the mana spent, and the essence is cast in a 5-foot cube from the glyph on a trigger of the caster's choice, which disappears I don't know that we need to necessarily say that, because they're going to know their maximum mana got restored. The glyph does not require focus, however, the casting from the glyph that is triggered on can be focused on. Do we really care if this focus happens It lasts a minimum of 1 round. Yeah, because what if you do a magical trap and you want to restrain the thing? Yeah, we do want you to be able to trigger that and focus on it. Okay. Yeah, see, I prepared explosive runes this morning. Glyph on a person, if you betray us, you're going to explode. Yeah. It should be across all of casting, then you get really pigeonholed otherwise. I mean, I agree, yeah. I wanted it to open up the utility of Wizard, not shut anything out. This is... It says straight line here. I think we can just get rid of straight line and just call it a line. Because that's what a line is. Is there currently a way to create a wall as a spell effect? The only way you can think of is to use line as your delivery. As of right now, it's just line. And then you would be focusing on the effect to keep the, thing up. Actually, if we got rid of this right here, it would allow the wall. Yeah. If we just get rid of that, it makes for a wall. What about a wiggly line? A line is the shortest distance between 2 points. A wiggly line is not the shortest distance. You love shilling Vagabond to everyone you know? Hey. Just don't annoy people with it. This opens up wall. You can technically expand the line's width vertically to make that wall. There you go. Bingo bango. No. We got rid of it. Nope, it doesn't say it needs to be. Could you make a ring? I would just do, sphere. I would just do sphere. I would just rule it as it's a sphere. Sure, this right here means that, like, yes, it's a... I mean, it is affecting all the targets that are within there. So I would say, like, hey, if the effect is, like, they want to make a ring of fire, just use sphere and roll with it, right? You did notice when you placed this, the walls weren't a thing, but you thought that was intentional from you. So I've been trying to figure out what I do and don't need to codify. I'm new here. Please explain every single detail of your system to catch me up. You donate $2,000 as a super chat, then we'll go through it. I'm fucking super kidding, by the way. Can you combine deliveries of a cast like remote view on 3 targets or Volt Aura on an enemy? No. That seems that seems like something that would need to be like very special. And I don't know how you would make a ruling on that right now. Like, I'm going to cast as a bolt to imbue something. I'm going to target that sword over there. You'll give me $2 if you like what I hear. Yeah, like Rules and Rulings said, adjudicating the interactions on that sounds nightmarish. For a very minor cinematic thing. I cast Sphere Line. Yeah, exactly. That's poking and prodding at things to try and make it break. That's like there is a delicate vase that is balanced on a pedestal, and you're wondering how many pokes would it take before that thing knocks over, right? And I'm like, why even poke it? Like, the thing works, it's pretty. I don't really know what there would be in getting out of it right now. That's a ring, a Sphere Line. Pay $17.49 to get all the rules explained to you in text. It would be very... Hey, you know what? So I could cover all that and try and codify it, or I could leave shit like that open to third-party people to just make if they want to. If wizards use multiple deliveries as a feature, I think that's going to make it way more complicated than it needs to be. I like this pass of reduction happening right now, because as many people that are out there that really love crunching games and everything, 90% of the people that I play with just want something simple. Like, the major turnoff for Amanda on D&D 5e is spell casting and managing spell slots. Why not just release that as day one DLC? Yeah, right? I think that this is the winner here. Hang on. See, whenever these hit, I'm like, that's simple and strong and fucking clean, and it inspires so many ideas. This is versatility in here, but it's just changing out spells, which is like, whatever. This is versatility that comes into play in every single cast action. And it really makes Wizard look like, I think I want to play that instead of a Sorcerer. This is meh. This is part of that tall versus wide argument, right? That's the direction I think this needs to go in. Why limit it to the delivery of a spell? Because if you said that they could also augment the damage, they're going to stack up better than Sorcerer. If you said that it would augment the like subtle casting or whatever, there's some sorcerers that get that as a subclass feature. This right here is augmenting the way in which you are customizing the spells. You're not tall or wide, IRL set. Yeah, wide gives you more toys. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Okay. Look at how clean that is. Look at it. Look how simple our wizard is becoming. And then up here, with Sorcerer? Look at that. So they have tap, they have spell slinger. Say the line. What's the line? Oh, I'm not totally sure what the line is. Uh-oh. Manifold mind. Did this new wizard's feature specify replacing the use of the delivery? Reducing the use of the delivery. I'm not sure what that means. Not, you mean not the increases? I mean, if we just say a 1 mana delivery, like, you know, augment delivery thing, that should only apply once to it. This is intentional. Isn't the Secret of Mana a better version of the... Oh, yes, it is. And this is something that I'm thinking about scrapping. Augment the... No, Taron. No, Taron. What are you doing? Stop, Taron. Stop. Don't do this. What are you doing? Taron, why'd you do that? No, Taron, you can't do that. That is too good. That's 2 for free. But that's sin. Yeah. Why not let them bypass resistances or immunities? That... I'm still figuring out my take on all of that. Create a nuclear shadow on your wall. Yeah. This would be 1 die here. At 8th level, it's 2 dice. The Sorcerer is going to pop off 3d8 damage at 8th level for free. But that's on a single target, which I like, because look at Spell Slinger. God, that makes Sorcerer really fucking scary. Yeah, it's the Gunslinger to Wizard's Hunter. Yep. I need to make sure that this is... Oh, wait. Where'd you go? Yeah. You pay 1 less mana to augment the delivery of spells. All right, I like how this is phrased right here. We have to figure out how to phrase that for that sorcerer feature. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hey, oh my god. Go back down. Okay. Tap. When you take the cast action, you can reduce your maximum health to as little as 0 to regain 1 mana per maximum health you reduced, or take 1 fatigue to regain d6 mana. This reduction lasts until you benefit from a rest. If you die as a result of using this feature, you don't die until after the spell is cast. Tap is thematic. But this doesn't really fit in with the game much anymore. It's complex. Nothing else in the game really functions like this. It's cool. You could turn it into a perk? You can sack health to grant a discount. You can sack an amount of health up to your sorcerer level. Yeah, Krieg's 100% right. If it was a perk, it would be a must take. When you pay mana to augment the damage of spells, you can instead reduce your current and maximum health gain a discount on the mana cost to when you pay mana to augment the damage of a spell you cast, you can instead reduce your current and maximum health to gain a discount on the mana cost equal to the total reduction for that casting. This reduction lasts until you rest. If you die as a result of using this feature, you don't die until after the spell is cast. Yeah, and it's final Vegeta shit, yeah. And we can get rid of Secret of Mana. You can't gain fatigue to do this. Rest. You can't be revived after you do this either. If you set your maximum health to 0, whenever you're revived, it doesn't replenish until after you rest. So if you're gone with this, you're gone. Yeah, if you do the Vegeta thing, you are gone. Why not just do minimum 1 mana to reduce your current maximum health? Because yeah, you want it to kill you. Yeah, you want that cinematic. Yeah, it's such a cool anime as fuck, like, Vegeta, yes! I can't do Nick's scream, man. That is such a... That dude has got an ungodly fucking Vegeta scream. Oh, it's Coke, I promise. Coca-Cola. Alright, I didn't hear anything about my DoorDash order yet. Oh, okay, cool. God, because I'm ready for an actual pot of coffee. High Might Sorcerers are quite good with this. I like that the build diversity is already just kind of like, ooh, wait, what? Yes. So now we bake that in up there. And here's part of my problem, though. Wizard is only getting their 1 second level feature, right? Astute Arcana. Can we move Page Master up? The scaffolding for all the other experts dictates that that needs to be at 3rd. We could make it an odd exception here, but it would be an odd exception. Relentless Enviromaniac. Yeah, I love the fact that it makes sorcerers just look absolutely unhinged. Oh. Yeah, I think we move Page Master up. Like... and then leave the third open to just the milestone, and then that pacing goes out like that. Because after third, they're only getting like one feature per level, and that's a nice gradient. I like that going up. Look at that. Look at that. That's a whole class right there, guys. Ooh. It could stand to be a bit different. Yeah, so then they get Page Master and Astute Arcana. Now, the Sorcerer up here, what are they getting at fourth? Sorry, I needed to double check on that. Manifold Mind, you can focus on a number of additional spells at once, equal to your wizard level divided by 4. So this is more of the wide. So what can Sorcerer get to express the tall? I mean, like, Sorcerer is just shitting out mana. Like, that's their whole aesthetic. Magic poop. So we move this over here to clean up the page bloats. Secret of Mana, you have a discount to the mana cost. Nope, nope. Okay. While focusing on a spell, X happens. So focus is going to be Wizard's big secret thing. Like, that's their big oomph. For Sorcerer, we need... You haven't been to one of these streams in a long time? Well, welcome back, Zeke. Nice to see you. Go the other end of concentration. I mean, they're kind of already doing that. All right, so Secret of Mana was an Easter egg. I love keeping it in for the Easter egg, and it doesn't need to necessarily be here. Okay, but I like Spellslinger. I like Tap. Free Subtle Casting, that's one of the subclasses. Cast the same spell twice is kind of what we're looking at with Quickening. Would Quickening need to be at 4th level? I think that's in theme. They would need a new 7th. Hey, what up, Phil? Add half the damage rolled in your previous spell to your next spell. Oh, no, that's tracking. Nah. We like keeping things simple and clean on here. Do you want to say, he's a baby? Is that even the name of that shit? Am I forgetting that? If you nerf Quickening to require you to cast the same spell you just cast. Like, after you take the cast action, you can cast the same spell again. Damage explosion on 7th. I kind of think the Echo is cool. It's a cool idea. But it almost feels like it's a very niche cinematic. Like, it's a very specific thing. I like the idea because it just sounds sick. And their second 6th feature gives them a subtle spell that doesn't show its effects for the additional sorcery point. Yeah. That's cool. I think Quickening needs to move up to 4th. Because Wizard is getting that really sick, nasty multi-focus thing. Hmm. This is funny because it's even going more further into the tall build here. Oh, wait. More likely to crit. If you cast the same spell twice on a turn, the second cast check is favored. This is more focusing on that very, very tall pillar. Hey, how's it going, King? I think that's the way to go. Because look how graceful this class loadout is looking. You're about to hear the dogs bark. I just know it. It's going to happen. Be prepared. Look at that. Do we just call this spell twinning? Twin shot is that feels more archery. We bring back the old name. Hey, awesome. It's great to catch you on the stream. Well, hey, welcome. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. You could call it duocast. Dude, but spell twinning. Spell twinning. This feels magical. Just look at that. Spell twinning. Quickening. Ooh, these all feel like... Like, quickening is actually a witch term. Like, the quickening is like a manner in which some witches get their, like, magic and stuff. Spelling bee? Spelling bee. Oh, spelling bee. Ha ha ha. Hey, you feel how mystical and magical that feels? Your dasher will leave your order at a safe location? What? Uh-oh. Wait, hang on. I think I need to go on break. I hope that they left it in the right spot. I didn't see a picture for that. Hold up.
Dwarf goblins.
Okay. Oh, gotta stretch, man. While I'm micromanaging reality. Oh. Yo. Oh man. Okay, so I really like this actually a lot. A lot. Okay. This is part of that simplification pass. And oh god, this feels really good. Tap to tapping and overpowered to overpowering. They're what? Let them be adjectives. Oh, you're talking because of quick ending, spell twinning, overpowered, tapping. Eh. I picked up a new dwarf goblin. Oh, I didn't even see the alert. Dale Murchie. Hey, thank you. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, and this feels like there's enough here to build off of. All right, I just wanted to check something. Because of spell twinning, that'll synergize there. God, Luck Child! Woo! Woo! Luck Child's gonna look really fucking good. Oh shit. Are your capstones meant to be busted? I mean, are you talking about like super high crazy power? And they're meant to be flashy, but they're not meant to like, you know, bust the game in half and yeah. You can regain spent luck as a scene task. Okay, so from seeing luck in play as much as we have, and getting luck down to a point where it feels really good right now, I think that this, Oracular Spectacular, is absolutely nutty. Overpowered as infinite mana, is it not? Essentially. You regain d6 mana at the start of your turns if you aren't incapacitated. At this point, this sorcerer is always running into a fight at full mana. Now, outside of a fight, what are they getting? Really powerful castings. Oh, totally. But they're only limited to spells. A Divine Soul Sorcerer in this system is probably not going to completely scan without some major restrictions on that. Actually, hang on. Oh, hold up. This is the fucking, like, yeah, this is like the Frieza final form transformation right here. This is a transformation state. It is the gaining of 1 fatigue. Which is probably kind of easy to mitigate. It is Super Saiyan shit. And I'm sorry, do we ever see anybody actually, like, whenever they're doing the Super Saiyan transformation, are they moving whenever that happens? I'm just curious. You didn't mean to make your Sorcerer a DBZ character, but you're welcome. Oh, no. It, like, yeah, Sorcerers are supposed to be DBZ characters. Yeah, 100%. Avatar Mana? I love overpowered. I like how, like, Nope. Yeah, see? That's what I mean. Like, you can skip your move to gain 1 fatigue. If you do, you regain D6 mana at the start of your turns for 1 minute. So we could do the you gain 1 fatigue, or we could say, once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you rest. What I like about this right here is that this is a thing that this sorcerer can keep tapping into and potentially, like, you know, cause their own destruction. Does this technically stack? It shouldn't. I mean, even if it did, that's kind of badass. Because then it is like a Super Saiyan, like, woo! But yeah, now you're at 4 fatigue. You are at 4 fatigue. And you're rolling 46 mana that you regain at the start of your turns for the next minute. That is like Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Is there an easy way to get rid of fatigue? Yeah, you go to sleep for 6 hours. Yeah, and you have to sleep a 6-hour shift in order to lose a level of fatigue. This is very fucking Super Saiyan right now. But what's even funnier is if we put like, that is a holy shit moment. Now, we might have to move the order of operations on this. What would stacking mean? Stacking universally means in gaming that you can use the thing multiple times to gain a cumulative benefit. Yeah, that is 4 fatigue to do it. But the thing is, if you crit on those cast checks, you don't give a shit about any fatigue. Fatigue restricts you from... Oh, you know what's super funny? Fatigue restricts you from rushing, but you don't really care because you can hasten yourself. Yeah, focus on hastening yourself. That's so fucking funny. Yeah, it literally means you go out there and power up for 3 turns. Yeah. 3 fatigue, 5d8 damage on cast, on every cast for essentially free. It's fucking buck wild. Yeah, 3 turns is still quicker than the DBZ chapter, and most combats, it turns out. So you could just do this outside of combat. So like this absolutely alerts everything in the dungeon, but on the other hand, it alerts everything in the fucking dungeon. How is Wizard gonna keep up with this width-wise? They get to focus on like 4 fucking things at the same time. Like, they're already doing very good. Yes. So, okay. If you do, you regain D6 mana at the start of your turns for 1 minute. But, do we even need to put you gain 1 fatigue when you whiff on a cast check? How many turns is in a minute again? 6. That is so anime as fuck. And anybody that's like, you don't have a monk in your game, so like, I can't play the anime character I want to. I'll be like, you should look at Sorcerer. And then they'll be like, it's a Goku! Maybe as a reminder, but if it's already part of the main rules, then no, it's not already a part of the main rules. Oh my god, Chard Reiking or whatever, get the fuck out! Go! But I gotta ban all these fucking bots all the time over on Twitch. Block list, go away. Shadow Realm, bye! Yeah, you can get 66 mana if you stack it that far. Wait, no you can't. You can only get up to 4. It's 46 at the top. There's currently no. If you go up to 5, you off yourself. What if I wanted to play Bleach instead of a Goku? That is not an anime. I'm kidding. To Christian Hell, the bot goes. There's something so funny about calling it Christian Hell. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so this Sorcerer is insanely good. That is a character. That is a holy fucking shit capstone. Bleach, I'm joking around. I have no opinions on Bleach whatsoever. As opposed to Spaghetti Monster, hell yeah. You prefer calling it Mormon Heaven, but Christian Hell felt more relevant. This is a big reason to want to play a Sorcerer, because I think you're going to feel that escalation. Oh yeah, there you go. That's that background art. That's a Sorcerer popping off right there. Okay. So, all right, we got to document these changes real quick. Hang on a second. We're going to be working in the patch notes. All right, Sorcerer. Oh no, oh, I'm sorry for anybody I just blinded with that. Yeah, we need Ara, the iconic sorcerer, doing a final flash of spirit bomb. Yeah, the current sorcerer is just a holdover art from the dancer. So, oh wait, how are we looking on the commission thing? It's not looking good. I sent out, like, this has been such a weird phenomenon with this, with the Kickstarter thing. There's several people that backed at the art commission tier that have not ever responded. And because of this, this was causing a little bit of a delay and some of the commissions to get backed up because Maxwell and I were kind of like, wait, what are we working on right now? Oh shit, wait, we were waiting on that person to respond. Oh my god, wait, what's going on? And then we find out like, oh yeah, we're set behind. So I set a deadline of 90 days and we've had an unbelievable number of people that actually forfeited their commissions. So right now, I think we're about to have more money free up. Is the Discord members / subs only? No. Yeah, you can join up. It's open to people who don't even watch my content. Spellslinger's getting change. Tab. This is a change. It's not really a nerf either because we just got rid of the fatigue thing in there. Overpowered. This is a buff. Okay. You've been too busy with work and typing and stuff? Oh yeah, no. It's all good. Tap. Okay. You're gonna need to change Cypher's quintessence. I need to go take a look. Okay, so what was happening with Cypher's quintessence? What needs to change? Aha, thank you. Yeah, that is... That also doesn't have great play feel. Doesn't cost you mana to cast a spell with the delivery of glyph. But you must focus on the glyph of that casting. You do not need to make cast checks or spend mana to focus on the glyph this way. On a number of additional glyphs. There you go. You were the good work on this channel the other day. Oh, thank you, MB. Thank you. Yeah, that's... This is how you become a crazy dungeon keeper sorcerer right here. There's just a shitload of these like glyphs all around the place, and then they're like, wait, how many was that exactly? Yeah, see the minefield, right? Ooh. When you study, hang on. Right. Give it as many as a wizard can focus on since they're meant to be similar. How many can the wizard focus on right now? There's divided by 5. Is there anything else in here that's divided by 4? Is this the only math that they'd have to do other than the mana cost? I guess it's the only thing they're going to be focusing on. And like, this is supposed to be the glyph caster. Yeah, because then that escalates into their capstone right here. Bam. Now they get another one right there on top of a meh. Yep. Clean. Clean. Okay. Dude, I don't know how people aren't really talking about the Luck Child. Jack played this. Jack Whale, another DM's Guild creator, played this one in a playtest. And yeah, this thing fucks super hard. It got a nerf since then, but still, this subclass is crazy good. And I'm like, I hear a lot of people that are going for like, yeah, Primordial Avatar, because I want to be, you know, the airbender kind of thing, right? Oh yeah, Cypher's Quintessence, really crazy, awesome Glyph Mage and everything. Fucking, this is the sleeper hit right now. Eldritch Abomination is all right, but like, this is probably one of the best subclasses in Vagabond right now. And the thing that I love is that it's just clean. The Touch of the Oracle feature is kind of not all that impactful anymore. Now, maybe the Human Torch. Keeping in mind that they got spell twinning, keeping in mind that they have this different version of tap. Okay, hold up. That's dumb. That is dumb. Dumb. I don't think that's what we do. I don't think that's what we do. Especially because Oracular Spectacular is in there. Oracular Spectacular is so good that could be a capstone. Yeah, it makes more sense with the name of the feature at least. God, that is very good. Because, I mean, you've essentially made it to where you and all of your allies gain an additional 5% chance to crit. As long as you have that luck. Make it a pass instead. Yeah, but that feels like... That feels like... Ugh. That doesn't feel like that. Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! What a capstone. It feels like too much? think. Yeah, it is your entire capstone leading up into something, or your entire subclass leading up into something. And this can't stack with anything else. If anything, you're kind of looking out for the people that are making checks hindered. Which is kind of cool. And everybody that's on your team is going to go, oh shit, yeah, thank you, holy fuck. But it is you. And the ally, this could produce some feel bads if the ally's like, yo, what, you don't have any luck for me? Right? I don't want to, I don't want it as a potential bad feel producer. And I think there could be a little bit of like adversarialism built in with that. Right? You give a passive bonus to all your allies. When it was coming out of one pool, it didn't feel all that ridiculous. With it coming out of everybody's pool, it's too good. Yeah, because then you were looking at Hunter and Gunslinger. Them being able to crit on a 1/16 through 20 is... that breaks that die. I think that this is probably the way it needs to go. And it's simple. It communicates everything that we need to for this luck child. And I mean, look at this. Spell twinning, synergizing naturally with the subclass. This up in here. Alright, we're gonna have to see. That's going to have to get some playtest. Alright. So, Sorcerer got a lot of love. That's some big-ass oomphs. Wazard. Why do you keep doing this, InDesign? I cannot figure out why you hate borders on text so much. What is this music? It's right there on the bottom right. It's Riverboy's soundtrack from Cult of the Lamb. It's a coin duxify. Yeah. Resident Sorcerer greatly appreciate. Yeah. Now, does Wizard still stack up? All right, here's my thought. All right, if anything's going to change in here, it's mind over matter right now. Because they're getting spell twinning up here. Okay, so what's the cool thing? They're getting, we throw out multiple spells. This one wants that, like, oomph, 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 oomph. We need a 7th level feature in here that makes people go, like, wizards are fucking dope. This is a shift has to study. All right, so immediate ideas. But I don't know how exciting that one is. Arcane protection while focusing. Where did you get your inspiration for handling spells? Because we seem to have had the same brain cell on handling flexible spells. A lot of it is like, there was a game called, Errant. There's a game called Errant. There's a game called Neoclassical Geek Revival. And Mage the Ascension all had similar kind of like flexible castings like this. None of them really went whole hog, I feel, like this. But yeah. So no, that's weird, because that's an odd narrative in there. It hits it better than this does. So we already know Mind Over Matter wants to go. So if we start with that as our baseline, does it stack up to spell twinning? Yeah, I think so. Nah. We're looking for like non-tracking features in here. And like resuming the focus on a thing, if you just suspend it like that, it doesn't really do much for you in this game. Was the legend agreed that they never went whole hog on that? Yeah, I never felt like any game that allowed you to like really customize the spells really like went in hard on codifying it and giving you a subsystem for it. Hang on, I just had an idea. Because it's a D6 die, right? This would be a really funny contrast. It's a D6 bonus. Okay. While you're focusing on a spell, you make all defense checks with favor. Equal to half logic. The thing is, like, roll question. Wait, hang on one sec. What's the main role difference between witch multifocus and wizard multifocus? Witch multifocus can't keep the damage instance continuing. They can just keep stacking effects and debuffs into that box. Wizard, on the other hand, can focus on multiple instances of the damage. And Wizard is capped at how many things it can focus on with this thing, which is Hex is a bottomless box. So Witch just keeps packing in all these different effects into doing like a build a curse thing, and the Wizard is just like, there's like 4 orbs of fire out there on the battlefield. So yeah, Witch is indirect, the Wizard is very direct. So, while you're focusing on a spell, the thing is with this... Oh, wait. Okay, what's the... Wizard can build a little house of fire with war walls. Yeah. Yeah, not to mention Witch is way more fuck that one guy in particular. Yeah, Witch is more single target focused. While you're focusing on a spell, you make all defense checks with favor. Need to get rid of this. gives you a reason to actually use that focused. Yeah, this is a different. Oh. It's a feature that introduces level tracking. That's way too confusing considering how it mimics how a crit works, but for some rolls and all of them. I just kind of disagree because it's like literally written right there on your page what you need to roll. I mean, yeah. But I'm also focused on so many other things other than Pugilist right now. While you're focusing on a spell, your focus can't be broken by taking damage. Further, if you have a studied die, you can spend it to change one of your spells known. That is... It's not a pugilist thing? I mean, rolling that edit, I don't know. Editing and designing your InDesign doc, you're a wild man. Yes, it saves me time. At least I think. I got punished by that last year, and we successfully rebuilt the dock for that. But yeah. So... Okay, so this is the studied die thing is a resource now that players can get a shift task going in order to blow in other ways. Parry in general has a similar effect than Pugilist Dig Deep. What? Can you have more than one study die at once? I believe there is a way that you can, but they're lost within that 24-hour period. And with the wizard, did we do this as a shift task? We can get rid of this. This isn't interesting. This isn't super cool either, and especially whenever Sorcerer got something that big, we need this to get something even cooler. I say even cooler than what it previously had. When you make an Arcana test, you can begin a test with one pass check. So it's a shift task to do this. How powerful is changing that study into a scene task? Okay. Okay. So, Manifold Mind is getting improved through Mind Over Matter, and then Studied Die. Wait, no, we don't want to restrict that. There's a cool cinema in that. If you change it off turn and you're like, I need to reflexively do this thing. Oh, that's cool. Once per shift, you can study Arcana, Lore, or Mysticism as a scene task rather than as a shift task. This is basically meaning you're gonna have a D6 or a D8 bonus actually to those checks. That you could also blow that bonus to change a spell known. What's the study die? It's a D6 bonus that you can apply to a certain skill if you studied it as a shift task. You think having the die give you extra mana for certain study delivery could be a cool idea? Maybe. Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. Just you wait. Yeah, you can get multiple study dice. Yes. That is a big ass arc wizard. It might not look as flashy, but I promise you, that's flashy. What is up with? Oh. It's a little too grim right now for this. What do we got? What else we got? Sure, that. Multiple set. I was just reaching that thought. I was like, wait a minute. What if you got multiple study dice? Ooh. More, not bigger. Yeah. More, not bigger. Yeah, right? And that's just better in general for everything on here. How about we just get rid of this? Dude, wait. Gaining extra manifest study delivery? What does that mean, though? How does the study dice mechanic work? You study as a shift task. It takes you 6 hours. After you've studied the thing, you choose a skill that you studied, and you get a d6 bonus to one check using that skill. Yeah, it's lets you slots in a certain specialty. Yep. You're basically foregoing a rest to do it, though. Slot in a certain specialty each time you do it? Wait, extra mana. I am not really sure what that's expressing. So you could use that to get Arcana? You would already have Arcana, like Arcana proficient or training. Yeah, I am really digging where this is going, actually. This wizard feels very different. Oof, that's quite good. This is the study expert. Wait. What if it's not changing a spell, you know, because you study over here, you can study it easier. Wait. This wording is not perfect, but this is where I want this to go. So you can spend the study die to cast any spell, regardless of if it's on your spells known. Is there a way for spellcasters tell that other spellcasters are around or sense the amount of mana? I don't like dousing abilities like that. That, especially whenever you're doing a game like what I'm doing here, where I'm like, there's going to be a solo focus. I think too many games after like around the 5e thing focus so hard on what they thought the cool, unique interactions were going to be that they forgot how to express its narrative and like interactions in potential combat mechanics as well. So like, I'm trying to let the mechanics speak for the flavor of the thing rather than try to spell the flavor out on the page. Why is caster identity expert identity? You think for homebrew purposes, keeping these kinds of pasted or past test features consistent is helpful? Wait, I'm not. Why is caster identity more important than expert identity? Wait, I'm not. Is there a way it's not consistent? Oh, of course you want to go out right now. We just went out like an hour ago. You're cute. I was referring to Page Master. Oh, is there... I'm not in... Wait, if you use that study die to cast a spell you already know, is it any different than casting a spell normally? Why would you do that? Like, you would get a bonus on the cast check, I guess. Should mind over matter only be for casting spells, or should it be for any essence? I thought any essence. I worry about that. Oh, it was a wait. It was a reply from an earlier question asking why Page Master is second, not third. Yeah, I was debating with that earlier. I'm trying to clean up the third level for all casters, and Wizard is in the unique position where it's the only one. It's the only spellcasting expert. So I'm trying to figure out like how to negotiate that. It would be a standout in that it would be the only one with a third level feature, even if it is Page Master. Astute Arcana. This might feel like this is two features in one. And it kind of is. Sork. Let me compare it real quick. Sorcerer, Spellslinger, and Tap. Both of those are so good. Here, let's do this. Let's just do this. Does that need to be -10? Hey, there we go. When you pay mana to augment the damage of a cast, you can instead reduce your current maximum health to gain a discount on the mana cost equal to the total reduction of that casting. This reduction lasts until you rest and can't reduce your maximum health below 0 this way. Look, tap is nice. Are people going to complain about, like, hey, why does Sorcerer get 2 second level features and then Wizard gets the second and the third? And I guess I'll be like, well, that's because Wizard is an expert. And the experts all have a pretty consistent thing. And then they're going to go, shut up, I'm going to homebrew it instead because I hate the thing you made, nerd. And then I'm going to be like, well, that's fine. I encourage all third-party creators to, like, do the thing that's right for their table. And they're going to be like, I hate your game. I'm going to make it better. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a thing that's definitely a position to take. The sorcerers get unlimited augmentation. They are not capped, but they are capped at how much mana they have. And if they continue to try and go even further beyond, they're going to just blow themselves up. So a sorcerer that tries to go way too far with that will just spontaneously combust. But they're going to know that the risk is there. And that's a decision they'll make. Sorcerer is a magic gun. Wizard is a civil engineer. That's funny. Okay, so... This carries so much weight. Holy shit, that carries so much weight. Wait. What if it's you can change a spell known when you study. Or you can change a spell known by spending a studied die. Mm-hmm. 2 study dice rather than 1. This is still good. That's any spell, even if it's not one of your spells known. Is that good? Is it? What if that's the big scary thing? Cast any essence. Do sorcerers get shrapnel damage when they go kaboom? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's glass cannon to yes. Yeah, they are supposed to be absolute glass cannons. Further, if you have a study die, you can spend it, no action, to cast any essence during the turn. Even if it's not. That's Arc Wizard right there. Oh, man, my inner ear just started hurting. Yeah. Wizard being the most like, yeah. Are sorcerers in this game class cannons? You know, they can. Yeah, well, they're gonna have to invest into that high might, and even still, they're getting their health reduced. If they're gonna rock that heavy armor, go for it. Absolutely go for it. I would love to see a sorcerer that is not the everyday typical D&D sorcerer of frail, like, everybody loves me. No, give me the fucking Giga Chad sorcerer that's like, dude, yeah, I'm just gonna, I can punch you and then I can just like blow your ass up. Give me the rage mage, you know? If some people go like, ooh, wait, this is a sorcerer that can go like oddly barbarian, maybe? They're not great at focusing, but who the fuck cares? Because like you're casting out spells? Yeah, I want to make that shit happen. Muling sorcerer, yeah. Yeah, I want to be able to make that shit happen. So if you have a study die, you can spend it to cast any essence during the turn, even if it's not a spell or one of your spells known. Because once per shift, you can study as a scene task rather than a shift task, is like, okay, but do we really care about that all that much? I guess it's more reliability. And like, Wizard is going to be such a huge fucking book nerd that like every shift they're going to be like, all right, guys, give me 10 minutes. I got to get through this book. You know what I mean? Well, what'd you come back to? Dude, Wizard got a very cool overhaul. Well, so it has a die mechanic, but it's keyed off of the study scene task, or shift task. Is that once per rest you can do that, or with scene tasks? Yeah, Wizard is perpetually on finals. It's once per shift. Once per shift you can study as a scene task. The quick study is super cool. What if we do this? This would justify moving it to third. Let's get that back up. Astute Arcana is very good. But what does it mean narratively? See, I would like for all of the interesting shit going on with studying. I do love the idea that studying and then the Arcana test is like, you just pass these checks. Like that one check. Yeah. I like that idea. But I think just being able to study as a scene task would be an idea. No, you can accumulate. Basically what that's going to do is that wizard is going to be like, I'm just going to spend the next like hour doing nothing but studying. And now I'm going to have 12 of these dice. And that's too much. That's fucking with the economy rather than engaging with the game. So okay. Yeah, they stack. How do I want this to go? Inspiration. You let me know. So, as far as the tests go, for all the different classes and everything, yada yada yada. Do you feel like any of the specialist features, like the expert features that were kicking on like this, were really all that useful? Like they were really all that effective? Because I have mixed opinions about this. Yeah, enemies don't always cast the essences, yeah. They come into play a couple times, but a lot of our sessions are more combat focused and exploration. Your fucking sorcerers with powerful. Oh man. Astute Arcana online at second. You pay 1 less mana to augment the delivery of spells. And when you study, you gain 2 study dice rather than 1. That kind of fits in with a thematic here. Once per shift, you can study as a scene task rather than a shift task. and then we give you the use for those baked into your spells known. God, I really like the weird combobulation that's happening with all this. Okay. This is Arc Wizard. That is the capstone this class needs. It means anything specialist features that let you make a test with one pass check is mechanically good but not satisfying. That's what I think. That's my push, I think, right there. It's just one of those things that seems like it was good for a thing, but like kind of who cares. So I liked the original idea there, but in all reality, it's just not all that great. God, why am I don't know what it is. Every time I get on stream, it's like Taron's gonna hiccup now. Okay. Yeah, they'd be more useful if they were in skills that you don't already have a 6 to 8 in. Yeah. All right, we can do better than this. No, wait, we need to give you the... Here's the qualifier up here. Do we really need rather than a shift task? Okay. You thought it was part of the shift? Well, you can do it as a shift task or as a scene task. So a scene takes 10 minutes, a shift takes 6 hours. What about just a free +1 skill training for experts? I mean, yeah, but I feel like the class should involve a bit more than just that, right? Because they already get the free +1, but I like having a feature through line where you can see, you can like, you can taste that flavor throughout the entire game. Okay, I'll never do that again. I'm kidding. I'm probably going to do it in like 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, this can go back up to second. Now, this is going to be the... Yeah, they already get more... Yeah. Are all experts study themed? No, actually, they aren't. But we've codified that there are times that are spent towards conducting an activity. And we've given them a little bit of weight, which is something that 5e hasn't done. Ha 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 ha. So, TB door. Guess what? You're right. This was always going to be not great. What's the cool thing for them as an expert, right? Because dancer is the, like, glamour warrior. This is the dancer expert. Yeah, this was... I don't know what I was thinking. This is honestly just not good. So we have... something that needs to key off of other stuff. Gotta love Taron ASMR. What's the... Whenever you study, you gain 2 study dice rather than 1. Additionally, once per shift, you can study as a scene task. Oh, fuck, I think I just figured this out. Hold up. Hang on. Hang on. Oh shit, what does this need to be? Ow, my ear. Hold on. Whenever you rest... Hang on. Hey! Oh, I'm streaming. What's going on? Everything cool? You sure? Is there a reason you're screaming at me? Yes. Is there a reason your eyebrows are furrowed and you have a knife in your hands? No, don't go get one. Yeah. How are you doing, you gnomish creature?
I'm doing wonderful. I am now a cheese woman. I learned a lot about cheese today. I'm not cheese. I love cheese.
Well, my brain started cooking a second ago as you were kind of walking in. And now you've distracted me.
Well, so sorry to be a distraction.
Hey. That's what the figure states to make it a bit harder and nothing past that. Oh.
You guys working on
What are you doing?
Oh, I was reading. It is not to turn something. What?
She interrupted the cooking of all thoughts about the cook. Is temporary HP a thing in Vagabond? No, it is not. A live leak stream, real quick. Oh yeah.
A what stream?
Live leak.
Live leak?
Yeah, it's that website that you go to like watch people get hit by trains and stuff. It's like one of those terrible websites. Yeah. It's like Ogreish or like Rotten.com, where like they just post up a bunch of like really fucked up videos and stuff. You've never heard of Live Leak?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, definitely not going there.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
My God.
Yeah.
I'm not a live leak stream.
No, whenever I was like, she's got a knife, and then they were like, it has to turn it into a live leak stream. Yeah.
They have snuff videos.
You've
on
learned
there.
dark web secrets today. You've gotten to your 30s and you didn't know about live leak.
Same.
Yeah, I know, but you have an explanation for
Well,
this.
that's true. I do
Your
know a lot.
parents didn't let the internet unleash its evil on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of it, anyway.
Yeah.
Some of it they didn't know about.
Yeah, you did watch lots of porn.
I watched. I watched Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life.
Nice.
They couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Frederick Fox.
Nobody could
Salad
stop
Fingers, Happy Tree Friends. They couldn't stop those.
that. Yeah. You live under a rock with a computer. Yeah.
That's where I post from.
You didn't know either? Cheesemonger era.
Yes, I learned about certain cheese. There's like 1,900 cheeses worldwide. Well, estimated by 2025 anyway. And like what wines go with what cheeses and what like notes there are and the flavor profiles of the cheeses and the meats and fruits that go pair with them and blah blah blah. How to cut them if they're soft, hard, goat, sheep, cow. Learned a lot about cheese.
Okay.
All right, I'll go now.
You don't have to leave.
I know.
All right, well, just gonna go buy a new house.
Deuces, I'm out. Good luck. Have fun with your streamers.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I thought that I had therapy at 2 and I put the wrong day in, so I'm supposed to have therapy tomorrow. But
What
I
is today?
don't have the time off tomorrow. I had it off today, so I just rescheduled for next week and then put the right date in for next week.
Okay, it's Wednesday. I was like, Jesus Christ, don't tell me it's like a Saturday right now.
Oh gosh, no. Well, no, I would. Okay, no. Yeah, no.
Ma'am, what is your opinion on Cabot cheese? Cabot?
I haven't had Cabot. I haven't had that cheese yet. I've had Havarti, Dubliner, Borzen. Borzen is my new love. Borzen cheese is...
Are you hungry?
I could eat, because I had a little cheese snack to get me by.
That explains your breath.
Yeah, how wonderful
I'm
it
kidding.
is. With this yummy sour cherry spread and these yummy crackers and some chorizo and...
Cabot? Pronounced
Cabot.
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 Cabot cheese. I don't know, but we probably have it there.
Yeah, what do you want to eat?
I'd be fine with maybe some chicken, like a Charlie's steak.
I can do chicken.
I don't really...
Yeah, honestly, I had Raising Cane's the other day, and it seems like wherever we got it from that time redeemed all the other terrible
right
Raising
when you
Cane's
brought
that we've
home,
had.
I was like, hey, this is pretty
Yeah,
good.
I think it was just that one Raising Cane's we went to that was just like dry.
It must have been.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, something like that, maybe.
Okay.
I got some groceries and stuff. Not a whole lot, but just
a couple things.
snacks, eggs, coffee creamer,
Potatoes.
tomato. Yeah. I was like, oh fuck, what's that song? How's that go? Shit.
Oh, that's so good.
Potatoes, tomatoes. Okay.
Or greens. Oh,
Cream.
Cheam cream.
Treen creams. Bordeaux. Oh, wait, let me try something real quick. I'm gonna see something before we make an order.
Okay.
It's the 20th. I think YouTube should be coming in soon.
Oh, hello, baby girl.
Oh, can you check the mail? And see if my check from SpongeBob came in?
Yeah, see if that little square pants paid you.
You fucking dork. Oh, is it a pineapple? I'll do the same. Still? Weird. Yeah, chicken spots are literally a roll of the dice. Yeah, I know for sure. Oh shit, are we partnered with Nickelodeon now? Not after that fucking documentary. Are you kidding me? Oh god, you know on DoorDash it's gonna be like $30 for this.
Okay, well I can drive somewhere to
we could do Coney's. That's cheap and close. Everything, literally every other chicken place is gonna be like $30 to $40.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to decide if I want a Coney or not.
Wait, what documentary? Quiet on Set. Yeah, Drake Bell's story was insane.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was like,
yeah, your mom keeps updating you on it. It's Nickelodeon wild. Probably is going to owe people several $1 million after that.
As they should. As well they should.
Yeah, Dan Schneider should never be within 20 feet of a child ever again.
And freaking Peck.
Yeah, well,
Brian.
those guys have already been caught.
Well, yeah, but he's not in jail, right? Right?
He was sentenced.
Yeah, but only for like 16 months or something. And then people like petitioned to get him out.
He's registered. No, he's registered. No, he got probation. He got 6 years and then probation. But he's registered as a sex offender for life.
I mean, good, but BFD.
Well, I mean,
he needs to be behind bars forever.
Coney Islander. It's cheaper. It's close.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, because every chicken's gonna be so expensive.
Fine.
Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna fucking punch your dick off.
Punch your dick off.
No, you won't. You just want Coney's?
Just one.
Okay.
And we have soda here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we have chips. Cool. So yeah, just one Coney.
We do. Sweet. I don't know why I randomly thought like, yeah, I want to get chips, and then I did. And then I was like, well, it turns out I'm gonna eat like 4 bags of them.
Oh, I know. Back whenever I very first started smoking, and I had the munchies real bad, and I was in.
It goes beyond Dan Schneider. It reveals a.
I'm sure the network. I'm sure it connects to all of. There's just like a gross pedophile network out there, and a what do you call it? Sex trafficking network out there.
Oh yeah, I guess. Because the DoorDash forgot the water that I bought earlier. There was a credit on the card.
Nice.
Yeah, that documentary is, wow. It's a lot, but
yeah,
if you're a 90s kid, it's required watching.
Quiet on Set, and then the Family. That's a really crazy, that's a good one. And the Octopus Murders, and one more I'm thinking of that's like, The Project, and Keep Sweet.
In the words of Maui, what can I say except yikes?
Oh my god.
What can I say except
you're welcome.
Yikes? Yeah, so, like, if you haven't seen that doc, you definitely should. Of course, like, take care of all, all the proper warnings and everything before you get into it.
Yeah.
It's on Max right now, HBO Max.
All of the documentaries I just mentioned are definitely, like, trigger warnings for sure.
Major. Drake Bell's whole episode is,
essay.
Holy shit.
And then other ones I mentioned, religious, and other ones I mentioned, a lot of essay.
Yeah.
The Murdoch murder, that one's insane too. A lot of death, or unaliving as you could say.
What really shocked you was the 2 female writers from all that. After everything Drake Bell said, that's the thing that really shocked you?
I know, right?
No, the 2 female writers from all that already won their case. Now, of course, these people were still, like, they weren't going to change the culture at Nickelodeon, but, like, yeah, they already won their case. You're going to watch it after stream, wish you luck. It's shocking. I've seen, I feel like I've watched a lot of documentaries on upsetting content, I guess I would say. That's the first one that fucking enraged me. I was just like, so that's why you're seeing a lot of people on Twitter that, Drake and Josh,
I don't care for that term.
Huh?
Oh, I said unaliving as you could say, and they were like, I like that one. I was like, I don't. I think it's...
I mean, there's not a whole lot of... trying to figure out, like, what does or does not really work in the, like, popular vernacular, right? That's the thing that keeps you from getting demonetized on
I know.
on YouTube.
I think it just sounds so like elementary.
It sounds like a slang that just isn't.
Terminated would even be fine to me. Like,
yeah, but now that gets you demonetized too.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube's no word list is insane.
I hate it because I'm like, then we can't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, you get demonetized. It's not that you get in trouble.
Sure.
You can't make money on the video. You can talk about it.
That's fine,
but
I guess.
The advertisers have deemed that they don't want to advertise on that.
Okay.
So that's, yeah, it's not that YouTube is like, you said suicide, so you have to. No,
yeah,
it's.
because I was like, it's literally called suicide prevention. Like.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. But anyway, so like the. What's the huge on right now? Oh, yeah, I have no idea what, yeah. Mysteriously disappears how 4Kids would have worded it. Yeah. Clinical, like, with no empathy. I get it. But I think that,
I mean,
like...
that's kind of what I think clinically, or it needs to be more clinical, especially when you're talking about it. I mean...
It's so weird having this conversation while the bright and happy music from Minecraft is playing right now. I
can't hear it.
Yeah, it's literally C418 right
because a lot of the time when it's being talked about in the public space, we don't really need to have a lot of emotion tied to it because then that clouds things. So, like, being able to just talk about it plainly, I don't know.
I mean, that's
me.
Again, talking about what advertisers deem on YouTube as, like,
sure.
acceptable.
I was just commenting to what they were saying.
Yeah. And in all reality, I think if you're doing something like, I'm going to show you how to do the Heimlich maneuver, and you're going to be eating up some territory on, like, YouTube's SEO, they should probably demonetize that video so that no advertisements play whenever someone's choking and they're looking.
That's a great point.
Yeah, so like
that's a great point.
There's other reasons for demonetization that aren't just they said a no word.
That's very fair.
It's like you literally, it's ethically wrong for you to monetize this video.
See, well, I'm not against rules, just they have to make sense to me.
I'm not against rules, just whenever they don't hurt the thing I want to do.
No, when it has to make sense.
You have to know that's the shtick I do. Whenever you say something, I'm like, how can I make her sound evil?
Oh, no, I'm scared. I was like, wait. I saw the look in your eye. You were figuring out what to do in that. I was like, wait.
I was just goofing. I don't know. I was just staring back until you were going to break line of sight.
I felt like a headbutt was coming.
Why? I have done nothing to make you expect that a headbutt was coming.
I wish Mom was on stream right now.
I have never done it.
She would vouch for me.
All right. See, this is...
She has a fear of clowns, and he put a clown mask inside of a washer.
Yeah, that's a prank. That's not battery.
It was an assault on the eyes, Taron.
Oh my god. Who's chaotic evil, Taron or Amanda? Look. It's not chaotic evil.
No, I'd say chaotic good. You're definitely chaotic good. Like, 1,000%.
It's just what's fun. And I always...
Maybe chaotic neutral then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yugi was straight up off in people. Okay, so here, we were cooking on a thing here. What?
So.
Like... It's the sudden break of the smile that's so fucking funny.
Whenever you rest, who can perform soothing music for you and other beings? Coming at you, chat.
I don't know how it looked on stream.
Participating in the rest when you do.
I want to see how it looked on stream.
And performance test.
Oh shit! What was that?
Mine, pinky.
Oh.
A performance test.
There's a banishing spelling on the game. I'm not gonna be able to see that until later.
Sorry, I was laughing at Ponyboy with.
Oh yeah, if you knock the mic around.
Oh no! Did I? No, I hit this. I didn't touch the mic.
Well, I mean, but I don't know. Something's jiggly about the.
Well, it ain't me.
I know, but I'm just saying when it happens.
It's not me, Taron.
I didn't say it was.
Wow. Quit telling me it's all my fault.
I did not. Ah.
Can you believe this?
Here, let's see if this will... Alright, we're gonna do this.
Give her some attention.
Uh-huh. And then... ASMR mic sounds. Well, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
They want ASMR.
Just fucking... Hang on.
No,
What?
those aren't good ASMR sounds.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
That's why my chat's here.
No, this is good ASMR sounds.
Nope. No, nobody
Oh,
likes
that's
that.
good.
Okay.
That's good.
It's
the clack mixed with the...
Are you sure? What is this? Oh, I can't believe how well that fixed that.
My ASMR sound.
Yeah.
That's
Now we have a more direct connection, chat.
Ooh, screw them with your voice.
I couldn't think of like what that vocalization would be.
No, it just turned
I
eldritch.
just went.
Okay, so what are y'all figuring out?
So all of the classes that are like what's called like the experts in the game all get a special feature that used to be keyed around this mechanic called tests. And tests were like, okay.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. That'd be conies.
Oh, I was like, who the hell is here?
It's the demons. Okay. Okay, hold up. I'll save y'all's ears. Okay, I think they're done. Follow. Can I? Oh. Oh, shit, then they're fixing something with the fiber. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, can you get just one sec? Chat, that is actually my internet provider. They are here to do some kind of service, and I'm sure I wouldn't lose you guys. So, I was not expecting this, actually. I need to split. Sorry about that, but we will hopefully be back later. All right. Hope you all have a good one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you all.